Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the NBA standings, week 15. Sorry, where tonight finish the week 15, and tomorrow we'll start the week 16. Where the this week, the next week will be the NBA trade deadline, where the trade line will be this next Thursday, February 8th, 50 o'clock Eastern time. Let's see another trade. Let's see how many trades we see this next week, and see if my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers, make some trade to improve the team to qualify to the playoffs and compete with in the NBA in the final. So, like the last 14 videos, I'm going to talk about how are the standings in both conference. So I'm going to start with the Eastern Conference, where this week again the Boston Celtics are leading the Eastern Division and the Eastern Conference and the NBA League. They have the best record in this moment with the record 38-12. They have in this moment the best record in the as a playing as a home team with the 23-2, and they have won 7 out of the last 3 games, the 7 out of the last 10 games that they have played. But the most important here is that the Boston Celtics lost the last Friday against my favorite team, Los Angeles Lakers. This was a surprise because the Lakers defeated the Celtics when nor LeBron James nor Anthony Davis played that game. They played looked like the Lakers played with the bench player, then they defeat the Celtics. So of course, the Celtics had a very bad game, but the Lakers it looked like that they humiliated the Celtics. But until this moment, they the favorite team to win the Eastern Conference and represent this conference in the NBA Finals the next summer. In the second place are still the Bucks with the record 33-17. Remember that this week, the last week they fired. No, the last week they fired his former head coach and they broke the Doc Rivers, and they have been playing a very great basketball. And yesterday was the first time that they won with Doc Rivers as a head coach. To be honest, I don't know if he's the correct head coach for this team because Doc River, in my opinion, is not the best. Is not the best quarterback in for this team. But it looks like that the Milwaukee Bucks wants to complace the Giannis Antetokounmpo because they want to win in this moment, and I think that they make some mistake to contract or to trade for Damian Lillard because he's not correct or the right player to bring this NBA basketball, another NBA team, another championship. But let's see, they are the second best team in this moment, but they are having a struggle in the last 10 games because they just have won 5 games. The Cleveland Cavaliers have played a very great game because they rose to the third place. They have a record of 31-16 and they have won 5 consecutive games. The Knicks they have the best streak in the last 10 games. They have 9 consecutive games winning. But the good news for me is that yesterday my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers, cut that streak and they lost for first time in 10 games, and for that reason the Knicks failed to the 4th place. You can see, for example, here that is creating the big difference because the Celtics, it looks like that they are going to create that gap. There is here to 5 games difference, and it looks like that they are creating that separation that it maybe the Celtics are going to win this division, and it looks like that the Bucks, the Cavaliers, and the Knicks are going to fight for the second place or the best for place in this conference. About the 76er, I don't put this 76er in this section because this week Joel Embiid got injured and he has a meniscus injury. He's gonna to be operated the next week, and maybe he's gonna to miss a lot of games. There is an indefinite time, and if Joel Embiid don't play or doesn't play with the 76ers, they are gonna to have a lot of troubles and they are gonna to start to losing games. You can see here because he has not played the last 3 games. They have a record of 5-5. So it looks like they're gonna to fail more position, and let's see what happens. So for until Joel Embiid, sorry, return to play, the 76ers for me are no favorites. And the Pacers, that they are a record at 28-23. They have been struggling in the last 10 games because they have just won 4 games. The Magic, that remember that they were in the first places in the first 8 weeks. They are in this moment in the seventh place, and they have won 3 consecutive victories. The Hicks, that they have been played a very bad 3 weeks. They remember that they were in the between the place 4 and 5. In this moment they fell to the 8th place. They have just won 2 games in the last 10 games, and the worst news is they are playing a very bad basketball. Let's see if they can recover. And about the Chicago Bulls, they have a negative record, but in this moment they are in the 9th place. The good news for them is because the 11th position in this moment, they have an advantage of 3 games. So in this moment they are in. But the bad news for them is Zach Lavine is superstar got injured, and he's gonna to he has a season ending. He's gonna to got operate, and he's not gonna to play in this season. So he's not gonna to transfer to trade, and let's see if the Chicago Bulls can qualify. And in the 10th place are the Atlanta Hawks with a record of 22-27. They are a negative record, but in this moment they have the 10th place, and they have won 4 consecutive games. So if the season ending today, the Celtics, the Bucks, the Cavaliers, the Knicks, the 76ers, and the Pacers will qualify to the playoffs directly, and the Miami, the Heat, the Bulls, and the Hawks will play in the playing zone. You can see that in this moment the Nets are the only team that can fight against the Hawks and the Bulls to enter to the playing zone, because in my opinion the Raptors don't have any possibility to fight, because they are in a rebuilding, and the Hornets, the Wizards, and the Pistons are the worst team in the league. So what I told you, the Celtics, it looks like that they're gonna to win this first place, and the Bucks, the Cavaliers, and the Knicks are gonna to fight for the second place. In the 5th place, it looks like that there will be the 76ers, the Pacers, the Magic, and the Heats are going to fight for the 6th place, and the Bulls and the Hawks and the Nets are going to fight to enter to the playing zone. And here the only important is that the Hornets have 7 consecutive losses. So tomorrow they will play against my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. It looks like that this will be the consecutive losses, but let's see what happens. And in the Western Conference, for second consecutive week, the Thunder are leading this conference with a record 35-15. They have the same record that the Timberwolves, 35-15. Remember that these two teams played the last Monday or Wednesday, or Tuesday, and the Timberwolves took revenge of what happened 3 or 2 weeks ago, and they defeated the Thunders. In this moment, I don't know what they have the same record, but the Thunders are leading the conference. They have won 3 consecutive games, the Thunder, and they have won 8 out of the last 10 games. In the 3rd place, the Clippers rose, I think so. Yes. For the last week, they have a record 33-15, and the Nuggets, the reigning champion team, they are in the 4th position with the record 35-16. It looks like these two teams will play in fight for the first set. This is a very close. A close fight. You can see that all these teams have more than 30 victory, so it's creating that gap. And for example, you can see here that from the number 5, the Kings, from the Pelicans, there is just one game difference. So will be to fight for the 5th place will be the Kings, the Suns, the Pelicans, and the Pelicans. Sorry. For the 9th place to enter to the playing zone, it looks like that the Mavericks, the Lakers, the Jazz, the Rockets, and the Warriors are going to enter to fight to enter to the playing zone. And in my opinion, the Grizzlies are trying to fight to enter to the playing zone, but they are not going to enter because they don't have the Jay Moran, they have other injured players, and they have 5 consecutive losses. So for me, the Grizzlies, the Trailblazers, and the Spurs are eliminated from this competition. So You can see here that the Thunder, the Timberwolves, the Clippers, and the Nuggets are fighting to be the best team in this conference. The Kings, the Suns, and the Pelicans are fighting for the fifth place, and the Mavericks, Lakers, Jazz, Rockers, and Warriors are fighting to enter to play-in zone. So, if the season ending today, the Thunder, Timberwolves, Clippers, Nuggets, Kings, and Suns will qualify direct to the playoffs, and the Pelicans, Mavericks, Lakers, and Jazz, will qualify to the playing season tournament. But you can see here that this conference is closer than the Eastern Conference. So if one team have a great streak in 1 week or in 2 week, they can escalate more position. But they have a bad 1 week or 2 weeks, they're gonna to fall a lot of position. So there is more we have more beyond the half of the season, and it looks like we are seeing the teams that will qualify to the playoffs, the teams that will qualify to the play-in, and the teams that are eliminated. So here was my opinion and my analysis of what happened and how are the NBA standings through our 15 games of games. Sorry. See you next video. Gibran.